여러분 안녕하세요. 오늘은 우리의 유명한 가곡 비목에 대해서 한번 배워보도록 하겠습니다. My foreign friends, all Koreans love this song. This song is about Korean war. You can see here background picture. 비목, 비목, 비목 means wooden tombstone. A long time back, the writer, songwriter Mr. 한명희 found this kind of wooden tombstone when he was a soldier. And there were innumerable soldiers who were killed at the war. Today, still, Korea has DMZ, demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea. And we can see this kind of wooden tombstone or abandoned tombs, just piled up stones by their fellow soldiers. This is the picture of Mr. 한명희 and his wife. They look very nice, right? 한국에 이런 어른들이 계신다는 게 너무 감사하죠. 한명희 선생님은 육군 소위로 근무하셨는데 Mr. 한명희 was soldier, ROTC soldier. It means he was commander. And in DMZ, it was really severe battlefield of Korean War. Even after Korean War, between South Korea and North Korea, there were wire wars, and it was still tensed until today. And the most thing that made Mr. Han was the scar of the Korean War. He could see innumerable small stone tombs and some just sticks instead of tombstone, wooden tombstones. Under moonlight, if he was, looking around, as if the dead soldiers, mourning and weeping, were just floating and hovering around the sky. And one night, the soldiers, caught musk deer, a kind of deer, and brought him to the cabin. But the other female deer who lost her partner began to cry over the mountain. It was like mourning and crying of the dead soldier. So after that, when he became producer of TBS, Broadcasting Studio, he remembered this story and he began to write down a poem. Today, all Koreans like this song. He is really famous songwriter in Korea. Especially, he dedicated his whole life for spreading pure Korean language. Today, Korean languages are so much contaminated by foreign languages, especially English, right? And after graduating from Seoul National University, majoring in Korean traditional music, while working in broadcasting studio, he was dedicating his life for spreading pure Korean songs. We call it 가곡. 가곡. 비목 is wooden tombstone. This expresses Korean traditional emotion, pure emotion. Of course, remembering the sacrifice of the soldiers who died for Korean War. Even after retiring from his professor's life, he dedicated and established culture center in his land, located in Namyangju, and that is the place for unity of Korea, and that is the place for loving the poems and loving nature. This is what Mr. Han said. Once, I visited that mountain, Begam Mountain, again with the other team from Ministry of Defense to find the old bones of the soldiers. Thinking about the real soldiers who died during the Korean War, when I was looking down the sky of Seoul, I was very sad and bitter in my heart. Under the mountain and the city, which were protected, kept by their sacrifice. Today, so many people who are enjoying their flesh desire and simple life. They are not grateful to the soldiers at all. I felt ashamed. This is what Mr. Han Myung-hee said. Okay, let me explain one by one. 조연이 쓸고 간 깊은 계곡 양진역에 초연 means bullet smell. When you are firing bullet, you can feel the smell. 쓸고, swept away, 쓸고 간. 깊은, deep. 계곡, valley. 깊은, deep, 계곡, valley. 양지 means sunny. 역의 side. 조연이 쓸고 간 깊은 계곡 양진역에 비바람 긴 세월로 이름 모를 비목이여. 비바람, rain, 바람, wind, rainy wind. 긴, long, 세월로, years. 이름, name, 모를, unknown. 비목이여, wooden tombstone. 비바람 긴 세월로 이름 모를 비목이여. 그 다음 next. 먼 too low, right? A little higher. 먼 고향 초동 친구 두고 온 하늘가 그리워 마디마디 이기 되어 맺혔네. 먼 far away. 고향 hometown. 초동 means children, village children are cutting the herbs, the grass for the cows. And wintertime, I also experienced that. We are going up to the mountain and to cut the wood for firewood, right? 초동, 친구, friend. 두고 on, left. 하늘, sky, 가, around. 그리워, missing, 마디, stem by stem. 있기, moss, 되어, become, 맺혔네, hanging on. 먼 고향 초동 친구 두고 온 하늘가 그리워 마디마디 이기 되어 맺혔네. And second part. 국로루 산울림 달빛 타고 흐르는 밤. 국로루 musketeer. 산울림 mountain echo. 달빛 타고 moving on the moonlight. 달빛 is moonlight. 타고 moving on, right? 흐르는 flowing down, 밤, night. 국로루 산울림 달 달빛하고 달빛하고 흐르는 밤 홀로선 장막감에 우러지친 비목이여 홀로 alone 선 standing 적막감에 loneliness 울어 crying 지친 and exhausted 울어 지친 weeping and exhausted 비목이여 wooden tombstone 홀로선 적막감에 우러지친 비목이여 그 옛날 천진스런 추억을 달퍼 서러운 말라리 돌이 되어 쌓였네 그 옛날 that 옛날 long ago 천진스러운 pure-minded and childlike these soldiers when Mr. 한명예 was looking around he could find the carbine gun and helmet old helmet and scattered bones and tombstones wooden tombstones and some piled up stone tomb he was imagining maybe some soldiers, when they were young in the village, their hometown, they have so many memories about their friends, right? Pure-minded. They had dreams, but they had to be sacrificed during Korean War for the country. Today, all of us, we have to remember their sacrifice. How can you forget that? 추억은 memories. 애달퍼, Korean languages, so many vocabularies. We are much more than English, right? So the more I study English, the more I love my language, Korean language. And Japanese languages are simpler than English. That's why, personally, I think Japanese writers, they can get Nobel Prize. But there are so many good writers in Korea. For instance, Lee Mun-yeol and Park Kyung-ni. The problem is Korean vocabularies are much more than English, How can you translate, 정지용, 향수, 해설 비금비, 게으른 울음을 우는 곳. It's impossible to translate these sentences into English, right? 애달퍼, 애 means our entrails. There is a very sad story long time back in China. One day, the merchants were catching a mother monkey, a baby monkey, and mother monkey, when they were moving around through the river, Huanghua, Yellow River, and after so many kilometers, the mother monkey was jumping, and following the ship. And after some days, finally, the mother monkey died. And some people cut the belly they found. Mother monkeys' entrails were really cut into many, many pieces. So this vocabulary came from that old story. Scientifically, mother was really, really sad and her entrails were cut into many, many pieces. This is real story. 애 means entrails. 달퍼, drying up. How can I say? Almost cut. 서러움 also. Grief is very simple word. 서러움, only Korean vocabulary. How can I explain? Sad and bitter and good memories of hometown. 알알이 also. Grain by grain, how can I say, dew. When dews are hanging on the branch of the tree, we can say dewdrop, 알알이. Just one by one, this is really simple, right? 돌이, becoming, 돌 is stones. There, 쌓였네, piled up. piled up stone tombs, right? 그 옛날 전진스런 추억을 아, 서러운 말들이 돌이 되어 쌓였네. We can go back to the first and we can sing together. So your foreign friends, if you practice this song, if you sing these songs, you can learn Korean pure vocabularies very nicely and you can touch Korean people's emotion. 조연이 쓸고 간 깊은 계곡 양진역을 비바람 긴 세월로 이름 모를 비모이여 먼 고향 초동 친구 두고 온들까 그리워 마디마디 잊기 되어 맺혔네. 국노루 산울림 달빛 타고 흐르는 밤 홀로선 정막감에 우러지친 비모이여 그 옛날 전진스런 추억을 담아 서러운 알알이 돌이 되어 쌓였네. 무시무시한 그 공산주의 지배를 안 받도록 피를 흘려 싸워주신 분들의 그 희생을 잊어서는 안 되겠죠. 또 독립운동을 해서 나라를 지켜준 독립이 되도록 공헌해준 분들의 노고를 잊으면 안 되겠죠. 그죠? 또 유엔에서 와서 우리나라를 위해서 싸워준 그 은혜를 또 잊으면 안 되겠죠. 뿌리를 잊으면은 우리는 정말 부처와 같은 인생이 되고 맙니다. 감사합니다.